What's up, guys? It's Biohazard Candy Kid here, coming at you with another great video. Um, I'm having a great day today. It's a nice sunny day, and stuff like that. So, sorry if my camera's shaky. I'm actually using the default camera that came on my phone. I just thought I'd, see maybe, a few things about it. Uh, you know. But, yeah, so that's practically it. So, and I'm outside and everyone, is fucking walking around like zombies with their mask on, obeying the system, getting ready for, the New World Order and shit. I'm the only one who doesn't have a mask on. And stuff like that. You see the inside of my mouth? Yeah, you're supposed to see the inside of my mouth. You're supposed to see my teeth, and stuff like that. So that's, that's something real. Everything else is fake and bogus, there's a lot of things here, a lot of people want to talk about a lot of different things, on this planet that goes on every day. We have become a society that practically, documents every little single thing, okay? For instance, use this as an example. Look at this. This is a piece of string. So I'm going to document this piece of string here because, it's a piece of string. It's something that's relevant, and so it needs to be documented, for what? For no odd reason, practically, no reason at all, This is everyone sees a piece of string, they're on your shoelaces, they're on, your sweatshirts, they're on plenty of things. Strings are everywhere. And stuff like that. And so why do we need to document that? There's no purpose at all. It does nothing for you. It's just a waste of time. So documenting, stuff like that, or documenting, I don't know, taking a video or taking a picture or doing some news report about something like that is just piece of shit waste of time. It's all a waste of time. Instead of us actually creating something. Like, you know what I'm doing? So what I'm doing with a friend of mine is he's the person who codes, and then I'm the person who is like the artist. So we're creating a video game, okay? That's exactly what we're doing. And it's going to be like a 2D side-scrolling, action shooter, venture, whatever. It's just 2D side-scrolling game, okay? Pixelated. And I came up with this idea because I play video games. And I thought, why don't I create a video game? It's not going to make money, It's going to make me $5. I mean, it's going to make me money. I'll make $5, But it's not going to, it's not something that is going to be $1 million, okay? And yes, it could be $1 million. It could not be $1 million. But what I'm saying by that is that I just decided, hey, I want to create something that, essentially, is going to, give me something to do, make me gain a skill, and, make me a better person. Because I failed. Everyone has failed. Every person on this planet has failed. Even if you're Bill Gates, you have failed. I don't believe, and actually, this is not that I don't believe, it's the truth. Every human being on this planet has failed. Every human being. And we fail every day. You want to talk about success? You want to talk about that there is no failure? You want to talk about that there is no success? Okay, look. You know what? Everybody has failed. Everybody has succeeded. End of story. Bill Gates has failed. And he has also succeeded. Because Bill Gates doesn't have magical powers, so he failed. Bill Gates created Microsoft, so he succeeded. Bill Gates became a piece of shit, succeeded at that. He failed to be me, someone who's not a piece of shit, someone who, doesn't do evil things. He succeeded at being evil, but he failed at being a person like me, a good person. Okay? And I'm not holding myself higher, than anybody else on this planet. Oh, no. I am not someone who is, better than everyone else. That's not the truth. Okay? There is no one on this planet. There is not a single human on this planet that is better than any other single human on this planet. That doesn't exist. It will never exist. And we are never and we will never be better than humans and anything else. Life is equal all across the board. We're all at the same level. We are all just at the same level, flat ground. Yes, there is a rise and there is a fall. There is that. That does exist. But that is in terms of, okay, all right, for instance, race car driver. Yeah, I like race car driving. Perfect. So I'm a race car driver, let's say, and, they put me in the position of 10th place out of 10 people. So I rise up to 5th place, and then I fall back to 9th place, and then I rise up to 2nd place. Then I fall back to 6th place. Then I rise up to 1st place. So there is that. Yes, there's rise and fall. And then at the end of the day, the race is over. I've risen up to 2nd place, and I won 2nd place. I won my 2nd place trophy, and I go home. End of story. So there is the rise and fall like that. Yes, you work at you work for a company. It's a big tower office building, or it's a house or whatever. And okay, you start out as a janitor. Then you work your way up into the office working on the computer. Then you work your way up to, being the boss of the company and stuff like that. And then practically you work your way down to going back to the office again because they had to demote you. And then you go back down to being janitor, and then you get fired, or, then you don't even go back down to janitor, then you go back up to being boss. That happens too. There are fluctuations, but that is in terms of that. The other thing that I was explaining is we are all like this. We are all the same. No one's different. No one is better than anyone else. No one is higher than anyone else. Mentally and spiritually and all that. We're all spirits. We are all in this body. And another thing is, whatever comes on this planet that is evil, we're not supposed to accept evil. The evil is not something you accept. You accept good. Yes, you have a choice to accept evil or good, but naturally you accept good. Because naturally, would you, let me say this. Would you naturally take the highest concentration of acid and eat it, or would you eat a salad? Tell me, would you eat red leaf lettuce, or would you eat acid? Naturally. Well, you would eat red leaf lettuce, right? You wouldn't eat acid. Acid is evil. Now, it's your choice. You can do that. But naturally, your instinct, your natural way of things is that you would pick the red leaf lettuce. Because that's how naturally you work. Even though the choice is there to override that, natural ability, to eat the acid, you naturally won't do that. But you can override that. You can override it just by choosing the acid. It's like how people, they play video games. And they're playing a video game, and they're on this level, or they're trying to, win, or they're trying to do something in the video game. And what do they do to override it? They go look for cheats. It's like, okay, you're going through the city, and you have to do this mission, and all of a sudden you can't finish, you know how you're supposed to do the mission, but then you are like, hold on, I'm going to override it so I don't have to do that to complete the mission. Even though I'm naturally supposed to do that. Even though I'm naturally supposed to go into the house, take the gun and shoot the other two people and stuff like that. You just go find some cheat that says skip mission and you win. You override it. You do some commands, you press some buttons. So, I mean, yeah, you can do that. And overriding things has consequences. Going around things has consequences. And I'm not talking about finding the shortest way possible. So, for instance, which is the shortest way possible from point A to point B? Is it going up in this way? Or is it going straight diagonal? It's going straight diagonal. Why would you go up this way, down, left, right, when you can just go straight diagonal? Why do you want to do that? That taking shortcuts is the best way in life. You don't want to, basically, how should I say, do things in the most difficult way when there's something that can make your life a lot easier. Okay? Oh, but you don't learn. You learn the same. You learned how to do things more efficient, how to take the quickest way possible, how to do things in the least amount of time, so that way you can move on to the next thing that you need to do. That's what you learn. All you people who you say, oh, well, shortcut, and you need to not do shortcuts. Come on, don't be doing that. Actually do it properly. You guys just don't like the fact that people have found better ways to do things. People move on. They do one thing in the quickest amount of time, and then they move on to the next thing. So, I'm sorry to say, and I'm not sorry to say, but, that's just how it is. And I will never be sorry for the things, that I said. Because, my choice, not yours. So, you guys can say whatever you want to. It doesn't really affect me at all. Nothing affects me. I mean, I'm not wearing a mask. You think the government's, you think the other humans have affected me? No, they haven't. Have I worn a mask before? Yeah, sure. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to show you something, when I get back home, and I'm gonna tap into, I'm going to tap into something that is going to turn a light bulb on, and you're going to be like, holy shit, I need to stop what I'm doing. I need to stop all this evil. Because I got a mask at home that is a real mask. It's one of those ones that fucking, when you see it on me, you're going to start looking at me as like, this guy needs to be put in an insane asylum. And that's what everyone on this planet needs to be put in. All the people. Because they're all insane. They're all mental. They have all failed. By putting on the mask. By doing what, they tell each other to do. Because I don't do what people tell me to do. I mean, yeah, I have. We all have. But seriously, I'm that type of person that doesn't, what you tell me to do, I'm just going to brush it off and not listen to you. I tell myself what to do. So, you guys need to, quit it with all this bullshit. And, you need to just move on and quit focusing on every little detail in life. You need to not show every detail of life. Wash a car and don't show people wash a car. Just go wash the car. We don't need to sit there and watch every little detail of your life. See, that's the issue. That's the problem. In the 1800s, people didn't, have anything to look at. That what would they have to look at? They looked at themselves, they looked at, nature, they looked at what they were doing, and end of story. And then of course, you had, of course, the invention of the camera, and that gave people, the ability to look at everything we photographed and stuff like that. And everything that we put, on video, People started watching videos, people started photographing things, and they didn't pay attention to their own life. They sat there and just watched the videos and watched all that crap. And yeah, we're all a part of it, including me. We are all a part of it. Right now, you're watching me talk to you on YouTube. Or, But see, there are things that aren't a waste of time, because it's people telling you to quit doing certain things. It's people telling you, and I'm not telling you in a controlling way. I'm telling you as in naturally, we are not, people who just sit there and dwell and look on every single thing, because there's all drama in any of it. You know how much drama is on this planet? 100%. That's how much drama there is. There is 100% drama on this planet. And there always has been, since the beginning. Even the planets have their own drama, because one planet is orbiting and the other planet's, coming around, and then, they are like, no, fuck you, I want to be in this position. No, screw you, I was here first. So, there's drama with everything. Life is drama. Life itself, naturally, is just dramatic. It's drama. But see, you can end drama by not creating it. That's another thing. People need to stop with the drama. People need to stop with he said, she said crap. If you do that in elementary school, that's fine, because that's a natural thing. There is a natural progression of life, okay? There is a natural progression. You are a baby, you start whining and squealing because you're a baby, because that's what you're doing, because you're hungry, because you need things, because you're, and all that stuff. Then you get into elementary school and you start your little drama. Oh, he poked me, she poked me, And you see how it's naturally progressing, And then you get to, middle school, you're in 7th grade, you're in 8th grade, you're an early teenager, about 13, 14, 15. And practically you start doing things, because one, you're starting to grow a ball sack, you're starting to grow a big penis, you're starting to grow, a pussy and some hairs down there. And you're starting to get your man packs and your nice big boobies and stuff like that. And what happens? You start, doing things that are adultish but are still childish, because you start experimenting. Those are your experimental ages. Because you whine because your parents are bitching at you because you're experimenting. So practically that's your baby side, and then you're experimenting because some people at the age of 15, some people try to drink. They try to get away with certain shit. Because, 15, you skateboard, you do things while you're skateboarding, with your homies, your girls, whatever, and you get in trouble for it and shit like that. Those are your teenage years. 13, 14, 15, 13, because teen. Then you got your high school, and now your high school is you're full into being a teenager. You're no longer, a child, so you stop, whining and squealing like a baby. But now you mourn, whine, and squeal like an adult. But you still do teenager things. And then you're out of high school, and then what? And now you're a full-blown adult, starting at the age of 18, at least in the United States of America, in the USA. Elsewhere, it could be 19, it could be 20, it could be 17 that you're an adult. But in the United States of America, we consider people to be 18 years old. Now, naturally, I'm sure there's a natural number that you are actually an adult, physically, mentally, spiritually, and all that stuff. I'm sure there is a natural. But in the United States, we, as a number, we put it on 18. And so, right at 18, you become an adult, your brain fully matures and fully develops at a certain age also. That's another thing that's true. But so practically, once you're an adult, you start doing adult things. You don't do teenager things. You don't do, anything that you did when you were 5 years old, 10 years old, or things that you did when you were 15 or 16 or 14. You do things as an adult. You move out of your parents' house, you get a job, you get married to the girl that you've been with, and you have 2 kids, and you support a family. And the cycle repeats for your kids, and then their kids, and then those kids, and those kids. That is the natural progression of life. But all humans have decided not to take this natural progression of life and just override things, just tweak it, just do things, just choose things that are not the natural progression of life. They're just choices. They're not natural things. Now, they're natural as in, the choice is natural, but it's not how naturally you are supposed to be. It screws up how things are, how things work. If you don't let a child play as a child, you don't let him be a teenager, you don't let him be 5 years old, you don't let him be 13. When he is 26 years old, when he's 40 years old, he's going to be a child and a teenager. That's just how it's going to be. Because in his younger years, he didn't get that opportunity. You brought him up as an adult at 5 years old. You had him start doing work. You had him start doing a lot of other stuff. When he comes to be, 25, he's going to be a child. He's going to be a teenager. And then you're going to complain and bust and, oh, you're an adult. Why are you acting like this? Look at my younger years. I didn't play with toys. I didn't, do this or do that. You had me work. You had me do all this other stuff. I didn't get to have my child years. So now, I'm having my child years now when I move out, or now that I moved out. And that's not the natural way of things. He's totally screwed up. Because the choices of his parents. And he could have made the choice to screw his parents and say, you know what? Screw you. I'm 5 years old. I'm going to be, a child and do what the fuck I want and play with my toys. You ain't going to have me, get a computer and start doing office work. Or, go to, have me start being a grocery store clerk at the age of 5. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Literally and not literally. So, practically, the natural progression of things is the way it's supposed to be. Everything else is just, because it's just a choice, and it brings you convenience real fast. It's just a convenient, quick way of getting you happy and all that stuff. So, there are those, okay, so where I am, well, I'm at a big facility where, it's a medical facility. And practically, and I have a disability, so fuck you. Because if you're going to say something about what I'm about to say, well, you can say it, but fuck you. There's a guy in a wheelchair over here, and he's got more severe shit than me. Moving the wheelchair with his chin. Shit. So, look, there's people like that, and they don't, the drama they have is themselves, and that's all they need in their life, because they have to fix themselves. They have to, they don't sit and worry about everything else because they have themselves to worry about. And I do the same thing. I don't worry about what other people do. Unless it's directed at me. Unless it has to... Look, if something has something to do with you, that is a totally different story. Yes, what someone does in another country has something to do with you, because we are all on this planet and we are all affected by what someone else does. But how is Dancing with the Stars have something to do with you when that's just there just for you to look at someone dancing? It's just to waste your time. But if there's a nuclear missile that went off in another country, by another country, that does affect you. First of all, because radiation travels across the planet. Second of all, because How? Well, second of all, how does it affect you? Second of all, I mean, first of all, radiation travels across the planet. That's first of all. Okay? And second of all, it affects you because, hey, well, now let's say your country just decided, hey, we're gonna send you over there. You see, that's how. And people want to say, all this crap about, oh, that has nothing to do with me. That has totally something to do with you. What has nothing to do with you is a soccer match that's happening in another country. That has nothing to do with you. So why are you watching the soccer match? Why? Okay? Unless you got some bet going on. If you have a bet going on and you need to watch the soccer match, to see if your team wins so you can win the bet, or your team loses and you lose the bet, that's a totally different story. But if you're just sitting at home and there's a soccer match, why you need to watch it? Unless your kid, someone in your family is playing that soccer match, unless your child is in a soccer team, totally different story. But other than that, it's nothing to do with you. It's just drama. So drop it. Let go of it. Go do something else. You get my point? I'm sure you get my point. If you don't get my point, well, I don't. That's not my problem. Not my problem. So yeah, that's just how I operate. I operate on a basis of the bullshit stops right here. The bullshit stops right here. The bullshit doesn't stop, past me, behind me. The bullshit, stops right here. The drama stops right here. That's it. That's where the drama stops. That's where the bullshit stops. We all tend to, dive into the drama. We dive into the swimming pool of drama, and we get so compelled to, take hold of the drama and stuff like that, and fix it and mold it. Okay, well, you know what? Sure, I totally believe that you should fix the drama. I totally believe that you should dive into it, and that you should say, hey, knock it off. Meaning, the drama stops here. I totally agree with that. But I don't. Okay? And you should do that. You're supposed to do that. That's natural. It's evil. Drama is evil, so you're supposed to just, grab it and throw it out. Stop. Right here. Drama stops right here. So, that's natural of you to do that. What's unnatural and what's, evil for you to do is that you just get into the drama and how should I say? And you add on to it. You basically make drama, you become the drama. You stay in the drama. You are the drama. Is that, so if you get into the drama to do the drama, then, that's one thing. That's evil. If you get into the drama because you want to stop it, you need to stop it, that's another thing. That's another thing. So, I don't tolerate, people's shit.